Hey guys, welcome back to the eSports Report. My name is Jack Dunlop, filling in for Chris Puckett this week. He's away traveling, so don't fret. He'll be back Friday for that big draft show that you'll see live here on MLG.tv. I've been reading your tweets on Microsoft Surface. Definitely a lot of interesting opinions coming in. We'll have to see how these two teams perform in Season 3. Now, if you're just joining us, this week we wanted to focus on one thing, and that is Season 3. So we just covered Team Justice, the team who played in Season 2, didn't do too well, didn't place in the championship bracket for Anaheim, so they had to play through the open bracket. They were able to prove that they deserve to be in Season 3 by being one of the top 4 teams. Now we're going to cover another one of those top 4 teams, Team Elevate. Let's take a look at their roster. As you can see, we have Madcat, one of the veterans from the European scene, coming over and trying his luck out in the USA. We have Chino rocking there on the team. We have Nifty, and we have Gucci. Now, this squad did not get the chance to play in Season 2, so they're going to have a lot to prove in Season 3. So if you don't know who these faces are, let's take a look at some of their player bios. Up first, we'll see one of the players on the squad is Gucci. Gucci with one of the best Twitter handles I've seen, Gucci Browse, Elevate. Go ahead and give that man a follow. He's the objective SMG player. He reigns from Houston, Texas, competing since Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and at the age of 18, he's playing professional Call of Duty. So any of you fans out there who are working hard, definitely keep working, because maybe you'll get to where he is one day. Now, up next on this squad, we will see another great player. We see Madcat. Now, this guy is the European superstar that came over and is now playing on Elevate. One of the big reasons why this team was able to qualify. Huge stats at Call of Duty Champs. His S&D game is insane, and he is the Slayer with over 26 kills at the COD Champs, showing why he is just so dominant. Go ahead and follow him at Madcat1 on Twitter. And the final player graphic we'll see on this squad is Nifty. Nifty coming from Rome, New York, a nice area over there. He's an objective player, and he's the young gun, only 16 years of age, playing Call of Duty professionally, and he's been competing since Call of Duty World at War. So you can tell that Call of Duty's been a part of his life for a long, long time. So this squad has the determination and the drive to want to push into Season 3 and definitely surprise some people. For a while there were some rumors that Madcat would not be playing, but he is confirmed for the Season 3 roster. He's going to be living in the United States, and he's going to try to prove that this team can dominate. Now, they're going to be going up against the best of the best in this league. So, they went into MLG Anaheim, having to play for one goal and one goal only, and that is getting into Season 3. We know they did that, so let's take a look at the road they had to get there. In their first series, they had a bye like everybody else. Then they went on to 2-2-0 series, coasting through the open bracket. Then they faced a squad titled STDX Nation. This squad gave them a run for their money, bringing them to a Game 3, but this squad Elevate was able to take it out, proving that good teamwork gave them the win there. Then they went all the way on to 2-0 Orbit, and they moved into round 6, where we really saw the top teams of the open bracket start to surface. These top 8 teams were big time. Optic Nation, hell, we saw Justice just the game before, so a lot of great teams there. Elevate had to face Stunner Gaming, and they wound up beating them in a close series 2-1. Then they moved on and faced Fuse. Now, Fuse were after beating Fuse, they reached the winners finals, where things really started to get intense for this team. They had to face Rise Nation, the team that we're going to be speaking about on tomorrow's show. So I want to get right into some gameplay here with how they performed against Rise Nation. We're going to take a look at Game 1 of Octane Domination. Let's get right into it.
In 2Ks, 5Ks, he came in several times and was just playing absolutely amazing. But we will get taken down top on that by Chino, I believe, with the 2-piece, who is playing under the tag killer about halfway through this one. Game pretty much tied up.
Yeah, and Gucci, this is a player who, in case you guys aren't familiar with this, he was on Justice. He actually retired.
Yep.
Going into Niagara. He was like, I'm going to focus on school a little bit more. But since it was summer, he said, I'm going to give it one more shot just to see if I got it. And oh God, that was a disgusting 2-piece there by Madcat. And I'm interested to see how Madcat works.
Yeah, he filled in for TK at Niagara, and they didn't have, as good as place to be. They hope for. I think they ended up getting that top 8. I think it was that 7-8 spot. But Nifty's a player I'm really looking out for. You know, I haven't seen a lot of him since the Black Ops 2 days when you and I first started getting involved, and he was this young kid, just an absolute beast. Mostly I thought he was playing Counter-Strike lately, but here he is making the top 4 of Season 3.
Well, you know, you can at least learn some good technique. Oh, God, what was that player doing?
Just flying at him.
Yeah, it was, okay, well, seeing it all now. Jumping back on board with Nifty. Nifty contemplating going for the switch. We're going to jump over to Pac-Man, see if he's going to go for this home flag neutralization. Now, Pac-Man, if you're playing against him in the future, just know he's always going to be attacking your flag.
Yeah, and they're forcing, you know, the aggression here is what's forcing this strip spawn. And it is just, again, not where you want to be trying to force out of, trying to push out together. They're still 3 up. Only Pac-Man was able to get 1 kill, make that. Almost able to get 3 there.
Yeah, and here's Wheats. He's strapped on his iron boots. He's just going to be hanging out here top broken, and that's exactly what you want from him if you're a Rise Nation fan. You want him to sit back, pick people apart, keep them at bay, really just lock down broken, because it's such a power position when you have CB.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to win that fight easily against Madcat, take him out of that motel window. He'll be set up camp here. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes on quite a streak. Already on a 4 right now. The lead, I think we just actually are about to have a lead change here. It's about to be tied up. Good job here by the members of Rise Nation.
Yeah, and this is big for them. You know, we talked about at the beginning, they had a nice 2-cap with A and C, and then next thing we know, we saw Elevatine just come back and just destroy them with the CB, and now here we are again, and just like this, look at this. A and B are going to be taken here. Saint and the guys of Rise really have to start putting a lot of pressure on here in the final 25 seconds. Keep in mind, we play one side of Dom, then we play on the other because it's all about fairness.
Yeah, this is one of the tighter rounds I've seen, at least for a first side of Octane Dom. I feel like for the most part, I've been casting comebacks. You know, teams down 20 to 40 points and big surges on the other side, but this one's going to be all but tied pretty much. 3 points separating him right now as the final seconds tick away. Some suspect shots from Gucci. He will lose that battle with Wheats.
Yep. So the lead is going to be 4 points. But just like this, now we are seeing a little bit of life out of Rise. We're going to jump on board with Saint.
And Saints in a spot here, really just watch anyone trying to push this left side and apply pressure to B. But as you can see via the minimap, pretty much every single player is across the map. So he should be able to put a little bit of pressure on their home cap. One player in front of Gas may be able to rotate here. And yes, that player will turn around now. He's going to have a gunfight to win, but in great position. You know, he pre-fires there. If he just would have waited, he would have had a very easy kill. Bad timing there, unfortunately for him, and he will be taken out.
And now that it looks like they are going to be losing B here. And it's going to be neutral. So Rise trying to crawl back into this one. 8 points down. 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the clock when the set is finished.
This is impressive stuff, you know, how to Elevate as far as the finish goes. I mean, Rise Nation, I totally expected them to be in the top 4. Elevate was one of the final squads formed. I think it was they were going to have Ego on their team, and then he backed out, I believe, at the last second. Ended up forming pretty late in this one, and pretty easily coasted into the top 4 here, and given heck of a run right now to Rise Nation as they do lead by 4, only 90 seconds left to play.
Well, Wheats is trying to gain control of Broken, which is exactly what he needs to do here. CB, the best thing you can do is get into Broken and really just stay behind him, and he's gonna, if he wins this battle, this is gonna be really big for his team.
Yeah, almost there. Got some hit markers, both able to survive. He's running low on ammo. Oh, actually only has 11 shots, so probably only going to be able to register 1 more kill with this clip. Time is winding down, and they do have this 2-cap control. 2-cap control with a neutral, so no points coming into Elevate right now.
Yeah, and Ludi's going to push up here, has one guy, stops him from getting any kind of points, and just like that, Elevate, 53 seconds remaining, and they don't have any points at all. They got the back diner spawn. They can't get a flag. Looney's doing an excellent job. This is their game now.
God, it's almost like spawning into strip a bit there. They had no easy way to get to a cap. Had to rotate so long to try and get back to the C cap. And this one's all but over. Just really great performance by Rise Nation at the end of that game to put this away.
Yeah, I'm saying hats off to Pac-Man. Pac-Man literally neutralized just about every single flag possible, keeping them at bay. But you can't discredit the rest of the team. But they buy into the system. As long as his 3 teammates can slay out in the middle, and he's allowed to kind of do what he wants.
Yeah,
it's
well,
perfect.
You know what's impressive about Rise Nation? You know, I haven't really seen them play too much since Champs. You know, and that's when they actually had fears. They didn't have Saints on the team. I like Saints a lot. He filled in for the other Saints at Niagara, playing for FaZe Black, and looks very solid. Obviously, this roster's working out here as they are well on their way to be in the finals.
Now, as you can see there, Elevate unable to close out that game as Rise just really worked together there to get that 2 cap and then keeping them off that final flag, making sure that Elevate couldn't score any points. They wound up even losing that game after they had that strong lead coming into the last couple minutes on the second half. Now, Madcat was leading the team with 27 kills and 21 deaths, but his slaying power was not enough. And I've been getting some tweets in guys that have been checking out on this surface. iSaber_envy said that he thinks that Elevate is going to show how much of warriors they are online, and he says they have a really good shot at the top 8. So we'll see about that. Keep sending me your tweets at AYY_courage, and I may share them on the show. Now, we're going to go into Game 2, a huge S&D here. Let's see if Elevate can bounce back, or if Rise would knock them into the losers bracket.
We're seeing a lot of smokes. This is a phase black strategy. Down goes Gucci off the rep.
That was such a funny view for us from Chino's point of view. He just sprinted up there, jumped through the middle, and dropped immediately.
Here comes Chino. Chino spots this guy, has one. Can he make it 2? Nope, the guy wisely backed up on Owens, and I think they know that the bomb is down, so this is going to be a 3-on-2 scenario.
Well, that player basically went prone into his crosshair and able to get the headshot there. Still down a man, couple to his right side by Red. One right out. Oh, I think he might have got eyes on him for a second. Teammate Madcat should be calling that out. That player was able to escape into Red.
Yeah, and that's Madcat's job, is to really be looking at that. And, oh, God, he has no idea he's there. Down he goes, up to Madcat, down to him. 1-on-3 scenario, bomb is down. Pulls the trigger, this is going to give away his position, and here comes the pinch on him. Shots are coming around everywhere. Madcat trying to do everything in his power to do so. Has one, can he make it 2?
Oh, wow, I can't believe he actually got away there. This is unbelievable. If he can just escape, maybe...
Oh! Board with Saint, he already has the bomb down, and
wow.
He's going to hide behind these barrels. There's going to be one guy. His teammate does not have his back here from White, so he's going to stay here. In comes a smoke. He can't see anything. In comes a stun, excuse me. Throws a grenade, hits a hit marker, and can he finish it? He does. That's huge. It's all up to Madcat.
Yeah, I think it was Looney got that first pick with the sniper, and he's Madcat again in this 1v4. I think it was 1v3 last round. Let's see if he can work some magic. Gets hit markers there.
And there is going to be a guy second level. Owens, is he going to be able to see him? He won't. He's checking in the back. He knows now that no one has gone underground, at least from his knowledge, and he checks it, and the player moved into the middle of the second level, so he is going to have to really work for this pick, and that guy's right over to his left.
Well, this is 3 rounds in a row. The first pick has gone to Rise Nation. Chino trying to get eyes on some of this sniper. Nice little jump there. He does see him. He's got to try and pick through this. Not going to be able to get a shot there with the sniper. Is the player, you know, it's easy for us with the Oracle mode, but he's not able to get eyes on him.
He's not even seeing that movement. He saw him for just a second. He think he went into Owens, and I think he's going to be taken out here soon. And the bomb carrier, Madcat, still in the middle of the map. He hasn't really figured out what he wants to do yet. Down he goes. Here comes Nifty and Chino, forced to work together here. The bomb is down in the middle of the map, so they have to worry about that.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time here, and that's, wow, they both just dropped at the same time. Pack and Wheats able to get those kills pretty much simultaneously. That's got a 3-0 lead for Rise Nation. This one not looking very good. Again, this is best of 3, first to 2 wins, and well on their way here to clean this up. Silencer still on there, and the timing here, I think he's going to be able to get this kill. Great job, first 2 picks. Again, going to go to Rise Nation, firmly in control, 4-2 advantage.
Yeah, they are outclassing them in every way, shape, and form, and they're going to go for this B push here, which is going to be a little bit scary because I think this is going to be Gucci coming around. It is Gucci. Down he goes, all up to Madcat in the back. Down he goes, 4-0.
Rise is looking really good. And this is a team, again, I really wanted to stick together. Yeah. They're one of the only teams that did stick together after champs, really in its entirely. They were the only ones that
before this event,
Yeah. So really, really happy that at least the core 3 did keep this going. I can't wait to see how they're going to do in the Season 3 league.
Well, he's going to get cleaned up there, jumping over to Madcat.
I'd like to point out that's 5 rounds in a row where first pick, make that first 2 picks are going to go to Rise Nation. Elevate just can't get anything going. They're getting completely outclassed right now.
Yeah, it's getting ugly. So dual nades coming out, all up to Madcat again. Madcat has one. Can he make it another? There's going to be 3 members of Rise Nation all playing very passive here. They want to go home with the most money as humanly possible. I get it. I'm with it.
Well, it's wild. What you got to think about here is, I mean, this is the winners bracket finals. These are the 2 teams that made it through that 192 without a loss, and Rise Nation is making this look so easy, at least in this S&D. It's about to be 5-0. Madcat, I think he's like 3rd 1v3 he's found himself in.
Madcat clock is against him. The bomb is not in his possession. He's going to get tagged up here. Final 16 seconds. Risers is probably going to hide. I doubt any of them will go for the kill, and that's going to be the round. 5-0.
Yep, that'll be it. One more win away from ending this best-of-3 winners bracket finals. That would put Rise Nation. They'll be waiting in the finals, and then I believe it's Optic Nation. They are playing
Justice.
right now against Justice. I haven't heard how that series is going, but obviously the winner of that will then be taking on, most likely, it's not over yet, but most likely going to be taking on Elevate for a spot against Rise Nation in the finals.
Like you said, went through 192 teams to find themselves here. Guaranteed top 3, guaranteed a spot in the Season 3 league that is hosted by MLG.
And we're on here with Madcat, and that's actually First Blood. First 2, again, is actually going to go to Rise Nation, so this one might be over. Owen Madcat is going to have a battle here. Second story won't take him out. Chino able to clean up that player. It's going to be Chino versus Saints and Wheats. It's going to be a tough 1v2.
Yeah, and they're both kind of watching the exits here. They're not in a spot where they can really bait each other, but they're in a spot where they can pitch them. And just like that, we are going to have Rise Nation advance to the grand finals of the open bracket here.
Yep, so basically we'll find out as soon as we can what went on with the Optic Nation series.
Yep.
And as you can see there, Rise Nation going huge, taking the S&D with a 6-1 score. Madcat not really showing up for his team, and Elevate gets knocked to the losers bracket finals to face off against Optic Nation. Now, this squad was still alive. They were still fighting for that $10,000. When we get back from the commercial break, we're going to see how this team ended their tournament. Stay tuned.